Hello again, everybody. You ready, Greg? I am Markwayne Mark, and this is Markwayne Greg over there.
No, I'm not Mark. No, I'm just Greg. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
we're
Hi,
going to drop.
everybody. I'm 84, and well, thank you for listening. I got some comments here. Okay.
Okay, all right, let's listen to the comments.
So what I do is keep saying this: Trump and Epstein. Yeah, everyone's got a wife. People have a wife. People have sisters, daughters, aunts, mothers, girlfriends. Call the legislator and say and keep the heat on
Keep
to
the
make
heat on.
yeah, keep the heat on, right? Keep
Right.
the okay. Then I watched I watched a little bit of an interview with her, and I read a little bit in the paper about her, Christina Applegate. She has a very good memoir out called it was labeled like Furious, Profane, and Raw about her illnesses and her shows and everything. And she's had MS, I believe. It's something if viewers are interested to take a look at.
Yeah, Christina Applegate. Yeah, like you said, she's got MS and she's fighting a brave battle. I really admire how candid she is about it. Really funny actress, terrific person, and we wish her the best.
Yeah, and I remember Married with Children. That was
Right. That's where
I
she.
don't remember all the lines, but I can't remember that she was on. Right?
Yeah, one of my
Um,
favorites is Anchorman. She did Anchorman. She was
never heard of
fantastic.
that. Never
Oh,
heard
you
of that.
never heard of Anchorman?
No.
All right. Okay.
Next, another thing here. I enjoyed the game. The game Monopoly started out as a critique of predatory landlords. It became a celebration of capitalism.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So it started out that way. Okay. All
I
right.
love Monopoly.
I used to love it too. I probably haven't played it in 25 years, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's get into
Yes.
some sports, okay? Mark?
Okay. All
Uh,
right.
First of all, Lou Holtz, 86 years old. Lou Holtz, 88 years old, 89 years old, excuse me, passed away this week. He was a heck of a coach. I liked how fiery he was.
Now, where was he before uh, Notre Dame?
Uh, Mark, I didn't write it all down. I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay.
He
All
was
right.
unbeaten with Notre Dame. Yeah, I
I'm
think he
going to
was
say like
100,
Ohio State or something like that.
not
So
Ohio State. And
not Ohio State, but Iowa. Hold on. I'm going to look at it while you're talking.
all right,
So I'm going to read it. Six different programs to bowl games. Arkansas, maybe that's what I was thinking of. North Carolina State, South Carolina. Oh, William and Mary. Oh, and you know what else? The New York Jets. I forgot
yeah,
about that he coached in the NFL.
there was so much
For,
to begin with. There's so much I didn't want to put it down.
yeah, just for 1 year
Yeah,
in the NFL, but
yeah.
known at Notre Dame. Yeah.
Let me I want to make a comment on this something. Baseball.
Okay.
Baseball season is starting, I think, in a couple of weeks.
Right.
I think the season is too long. 160, in my opinion, 162 games. It's a lot of games.
Right.
I, they should start the season in May.
Yeah. They get. You mean chop off that whole first month of April?
Yeah, it's raining and all that's cold. Uh, NBA's for the NBA, and they should stop like the middle of September, going into
Yeah.
November is great.
Yeah. I will say that sometimes those that World Series goes almost into November.
Yeah,
You know, I like it, so I'm not going to say shorten it because, like when you say it's cold, that's just where you're at. You know, if you're in San Diego, it's not cold. If you're in Florida, it's not cold. It's not. I mean, it's just where you're at.
yeah,
But I will say that I would not go to a game on a drizzly April day. Like in
yeah.
Detroit or Chicago or New York. So
Right,
I
right,
pass. But
right.
no, I get your point. It is a long, long, long season. I wonder, do you think there'll ever be the day where they shorten it up like that?
I don't think so.
Right, because
the owners want the money.
Right. Yeah.
So let's get to the playoffs.
Just fast forward and let's see who the Phillies are playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will it be Atlanta or the Mets? Let's see where we play the Dodgers.
Atlanta's looking pretty good. I
Yeah.
looked at Atlanta the other day. They look pretty good. Dodgers look better than everybody, but
Yeah. So it's like stop this. But I can see it's baseball. A lot of people that I know, like you, they love baseball. You know.
yeah, it's like for me, it's like a companion. It's like it's like, oh, good. It's that time of year. I get to focus on something and take my mind off some other stuff. So it's like a good friend. It's like a baseball's like a good friend to me. Always has been. Always.
What's coming up in a couple of weeks is I can't wait to March Madness.
Yeah, that's always it's always the best, man. March Madness.
I like March Madness.
Yeah, maybe round two I'll get into it and see who's in there because there's
Yeah,
too many teams for me to focus on at the beginning.
exactly.
So especially now, but and then don't forget the Masters is coming up. I know you're a big golf guy. No,
No,
no.
I've been watching the NBA lately. I really enjoy the. I've been watching all those games.
Okay, cool.
Um, it's very competitive. I watched Oklahoma City's good.
Yeah,
Very good.
yeah. He said on my side, I'm watching the NHL because as they ramp up for the playoffs.
Yeah. Here's the question I can ask you: what team? Not what team. What league? Can be you could be terrible 1 year, and next year it just flips, and you're one of the best.
Well, football, right? Because it's so much on your quarterback. I mean, the Bears are a pretty good example of that. The
Right?
quarterback kicked it in gear, and before you know it, they're just a
Just
you
like
know
Lawrence. But some people have said hockey.
no hockey. You can go years without being in the playoffs because of the salary cap. You your ability to sustain is just not it's not part of the business model because of the salary cap. So you're constantly trying to fill in holes while you're paying your big stars. You're constantly trying to do some patchwork stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You can go years without being in the playoffs. You mentioned St. Louis in baseball. I think of the Red Wings. Red Wings were perennial, um, Hockey Town USA in Detroit. But then they hit this rough patch for the last few years. They're on the upswing this year. All right. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Greg, don't forget to put up your yard sign for Markwayne Mark. Okay.
All right. Okay.
You're not going to do it. I
That's
can
not
tell.
funny. That's not funny. But anyway.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, Greg.